Welcome everybody, this is Lynn from Destiny Fulfilled. I'm here with you today for a new moon reading which is coming on the 15th of December 2020 here in the Southern Hemisphere and on the 14th of December 2020 in the Northern Hemisphere. Now this is a new moon in Sagittarius and it is also a total solar eclipse as well at that time. So this new moon in Sagittarius really is a time when we're going to awaken the adventurer within us, focusing on our goals that will help us increase our self-awareness and self-understanding. It can also be a time when we want to expand our horizons by stepping into our courage and gaining confidence by doing so. It's a time of nurturing our faith and hope and refining our beliefs as well. The solar eclipse will bring with it at the perfect time for making a fresh start, so write down any new goals that come to mind during that time. It is also the perfect time to question your old habits and behaviours and beliefs. And see where that may lead you following the total solar eclipse. For those that haven't done a pick a card before, I've already shuffled and dealt, or shuffled and dealt I should say. Now for those that haven't done this before, you just select a pile either by the pile number or from the crystal that is on each one. You pause the video if you need to, if you need more time as well. The timestamps will be in the description box below, and you just click on that and it takes you directly to the reading. So pile number one, please excuse my very daggy fingers. I've been painting and I'm waiting on my soak off to actually come so I can take this gel nail polish off. Hasn't arrived yet. And I didn't realise I'd run out. There we go. So pile number one has this beautiful crystal. Pile number two has this citrine. Pile number three has lapis lazuli. Pile number four has rose quartz. Pause the video now if you need more time. 4, 3, 2. Welcome group number one. For those that chose pile number one or this crystal, this is your new moon in Sagittarius reading. We have the what is that? 9 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 9 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, and we have the 3 of Cups. We have the Threshold, and we have the Otter. Okay, so first of all we have the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups talks about comfort, satisfaction, being very contented is a word that comes to mind. The situation that you find yourself in feels very stable, very joyful, very in flow with your energies and the universe. So it just feels really nice, a really, really nice energy that you're sitting in this new moon in Sagittarius. Then we have the Hanged Man in reverse, and this is asking you to look at a particular situation in your life. Please remember this is a general reading and it will be different for everybody. We are all on different journeys, all experiencing different situations and experiences, so this will resonate very differently for everyone. But this particular Hanged Man in reverse is asking you to look at a particular situation from a different perspective. You may also be feeling stalled or stuck in a particular area of your life. Now, because we've got the 9 of Cups there, I don't think this is across all of your life. I think this is just one particular area of your life. If you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling stagnant, you know, try and look at the situation from a different perspective and see if that can help you to bring forth new ideas or understanding, thoughts, beliefs, etc., which will help you move forward from that situation. Then we have the Three of Cups. Now the Three of Cups is all about friendship and community. So this new moon in Sagittarius will find you hanging out with your soul tribe, with your family, with your friends, with those people who you love to hang out with, and enjoying really good times at this particular time. Then we have the Otter, and the Otter is very much in alignment with the Three of Cups, right? The Otter talks about being very playful, being very joyful. It can also talk about a celebration of some sort. So the Three of Hearts also can represent a celebration of sorts as well. So the Otter is very much in alignment with that. Very playful, very joyful, very youthful in its thinking is that what comes to mind, right? That childlike experience of just, you know, lying on the ground and giggling and having fun, lots of laughter, you know, and hanging out with people who really make you feel really good about yourself and your life. I'm going to read from the guidebook for the Threshold. I've not long had this particular deck, so I'm very much the learner. What have we got? XLV. My Roman numerals aren't the best. There we go. XLV. There we go. One more. Okay, the threshold, the door, the gate, the initiation. We cross thresholds continually, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one, however. You have arrived at a threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. And that is often quite a difficult place to be, is it not? A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognise you. You may struggle to recognise yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step towards the future that is calling for you. In Hindu mythology, Ganesh is the ultimate gatekeeper. Look to the great elephant god for support. Hecate or Hecate, Janus and Mention are also watching over you. So very much a time of transition here for you in the new moon in Sagittarius as well. Lovely group number one. It would be very interesting to see what new frontiers are in front of you at this time. As I said in the introduction, it's time to step into your courage and step into the new adventure that awaits you. From the magical oracle, we have safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. So, this celebration, this, joyful time may mean that there is some form of travel for you. Now, this could be a physical travel, it could be a mental, spiritual, emotional journey as well. So, take that how that resonates for you. Then we have your charms. Now we have the pliers, and we have this symbol, which for the life of me I do not know the name of. I do know it's some French word, and for me it means sovereignty. It means standing in your own sovereign power. So when this new adventure is calling for you, it's also important that you stand in your own power. You stand in your own sovereignty, and you make the decisions that you make as you're moving into this new adventure, this new calling, this new phase that's coming towards you. You're standing in your own grounded strength, very firm in who you are, what you mean, and what this situation will mean to you. Then we have the pliers. Now the pliers for me has two things. One is we use pliers to remove something, right? So something needs to be removed from your current situation. Again, take that how it resonates. It may be in just a very small part of your world, or it may be in a very large part. But also this is a tool, and you need to use the tool to take action. So it's calling for action on some part from you in order to remove whatever it is that might be just not in alignment with you anymore, is the message that I'm getting. A lovely, lovely reading for the new moon in Sagittarius, group number 1. If you like this, hit that like button. If you wish to share this with somebody else, I'd really appreciate that. I'd like for my readings to get to as many people as it's meant to do so. Leave me a comment. Let me know how these energies are resonating with you this new moon. And finally, if you wish to subscribe, hit that subscription button down below and the bell notifications so that you know when I'm uploading my videos. A lovely, lovely reading for you, group number 1, for your new moon in Sagittarius this December 2020. Take care, my lovelies, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome, group number 2. For those of you who chose that pile or this citrine crystal, welcome, welcome. Pop those to one side. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Son of Wands in reverse. And we have Death in reverse. We have the Dolphin. And we have the Stone. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork and collaboration. Now, when it's upright, right? So this is in reverse. So I think that whatever this situation is for you on this new moon in Sagittarius, that is, in action for you at that time, I feel that this is a solitary event or situation which you're dealing with. I don't feel that you're working with others during whatever this situation is. Now, please remember, this is a general reading, and we're all on different journeys. We all have different experiences and situations that we're dealing with. Therefore, these energies will resonate very differently for everybody. So just, I do feel that this is a solitary experience for you. One where there's work though. So the Three of Pentacles is very much about doing work and actively working, making progress, right? And I feel that this is a call to action card. Something, you need to work on something, and it is a solitary activity which you're undertaking. Then we have the Son of Wands, and this Son of Wands can talk about enthusiasm. It can talk about, finding things out, discovering new things, taking the Ace of Wands and actually applying action to it, right? Developing that Ace of Wands very much more. So the energies around the Son of Wands or the Page of Wands in the traditional tarot deck is very much very similar in energy, in that there is a new beginning, a new inspiration, some new insight, some new venture, some new enterprise or activity that you're going to work on. But the Page of Son of Wands is very much more developed than the Ace of Wands, right? You've already you've been progressing through those energies and taking that journey along from that Ace of Wands, and now you're at the Page, which is discovering new things, making new understandings, creating new avenues for yourself with that Son of Wands. We have Death in reverse. Now, Death in reverse is not a bad card, right? It just means that whatever this situation is for you that's at play, and I do think it's something that's relatively new to you, because It is the Son of Wands, and we're still learning and discovering new things, but take that how it resonates. It just means that your journey's not over. There is still more action to be done. There is that final push that you need to push through whatever the situation is for you, and move and progress. The ending is not yet in sight for you at this time. So therefore, a new beginning is also, in this situation anyway, the new beginning is not there yet ready for you. We have the dolphin, and the dolphin is very playful, he's very energetic, he's also a healer, he's also very intelligent, right? So take those attributes of the dolphin and see how they play out for you in your situation. Is this a situation that requires healing? Is this a situation that requires intellect? The Son of Wands also indicates study, right, and learning, because the pages are students, right? They're just starting their career and they're learning everything it is. It could also represent somebody younger than you as well. So it could be that you're interacting with someone that's younger than you. But I feel whatever this activity is here, that it is a solo activity. It's not a team activity, but very much action orientated are the energies that are around you. The dolphin has a very playful spirit, very joyful spirit, and I feel that I feel the energies around this card are not they're not heavy at all. I feel that they've just you've got your eye on your goal and you're making your progress along the way. It's one of those times when come the new moon in Sagittarius, it's a time of making progress, a time of seeing and looking back and seeing how far that you've actually come, right? We don't do that often enough, right? We tend to just, get our noses down to the grindstone there and we just keep going and going and going. We don't often take the time to stop, reflect and look back and see exactly, just how far we've come. And I think the dolphin there is, showing us that it's time to take that look back, time to see the progress that you've made, time to see the healing that's taken place, the knowledge that you've gained, the progress that you've made. I'm going to read from the guidebook for this particular card. I've not long had this deck, so I am very much a learner. LXV11 is there. So this is called the stone, the eternal, the anchor, the rock. As an archaeological object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concretedness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side. So no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to the earth, helping us to ground and connect us to our stillness, quiet and peace. When this card appears, it is likely that the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. When in light, steadfast, loyal, committed and present. When in dark, weighted down, holding back or cold. Go deeper, Caspar David Friedrich's A Walk in the Dusk. And build a cairn in nature. Find inspiration in Andy Goldsworthy's stone egg forms. So that's Andy, A-N-D-Y, Goldsworthy, Goldsworthy, apostrophe egg, stone egg forms. Sounds like he's an artist of some sort. Sure. Look that up later on. So very much a grounded energy with the stone, right? Very much one that's anchoring there for stability. And I think this is, if I had to give one word to this reading, it's stable. That's the word that's coming to mind. Stable, steady, progress is what's coming to mind. But a little bit of playfulness in there as well, right? Don't forget we're here to have fun. Then we have the magical oracle, spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. So your spirit guides are with you at this time. If you're feeling blocked in any way, and I'm not getting that from the cards at all, right? I'm feeling that there is really steady progress being made. But if you are feeling blocked or you feel that you need assistance in some way, reach out to your spirit team and ask for their assistance. They're there to help. Now the charms that you got, now I was trying to give everybody 2 and you ended up with 5. We've got the anchor, we've got the cart, we've got the starfish, we've got amethyst, and we've got the ram. So the ram's head, just be careful. The ram's head to me is butting horns. So there could be some sort of conflict between you and another person in and around this time period. So just be mindful of that. We also have the starfish, and the starfish for me is all about observation, looking, seeing and understanding. So you know, taking the time to be still, like the starfish is quite still when it's you know, in the tank, it's sitting there, you know, observing its environment, being in its environment. It doesn't move around radically at all, although it can move, so it's not stuck there at all. Then we have the anchor. The anchor has 2 meanings. One, and very much I'm getting the feeling that it's in line with what this stone was, very much an anchor, a safety, right? When we throw the anchor in the water, it stops the boat from running into rocks, it stops the boat from beaching itself, so very much a protective, grounding energy, right? The other, I will say the other one as well, because there are many people who will be watching this, who could watch this video, I should say. The other energy that I get with this, or the other message, is that it's also restricting, right? The anchor can restrict our movement, so that's sort of the negative side of it, right? But take that how it resonates to you. You may be feeling restricted in this situation that's at play for you. Then we have the cart, and the cart for me is all about a journey, going, traveling somewhere, moving from one place to another is a possibility. Some form of journey, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, some form of journey is occurring for you at this time. And then lastly, we have the amethyst, and the amethyst very much supports the dolphin. It is very much a healing energy, so very healing is around you. Tap into that if you need it, and if you do have amethyst, it may be time to spend some time with that particular crystal at this time. A lovely reading, group number 2. I wish that you all the best on this new moon in Sagittarius. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think this would be a benefit to anybody, then please share it with them. I'd really appreciate that. I'd like to know that my videos find as the people that it's meant to. Leave me a message, leave me a comment, let me know how these energies are resonating with you. I'd love to hear from you. And lastly, if you wish to subscribe, hit that subscription button down below and hit the bell notification so that you know when I'm uploading my videos. Take care, my lovely group number 2, and I shall see you in the next video. Welcome, group number 3, for your new moon in Sagittarius reading. For those that chose group number 3 or this lapis lazuli, just pop those to one side. And group number 3, we have the Hermit in reverse. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. And we have the 9 of Swords in upright. No, in reverse, sorry. I hate this card. I just really do not like this card at all. We have the Crow, and we have the Castle. Okay, so we've got the Hermit card in reverse. So you may have been in a period of isolation. Well, we all have, right? Haven't we? But more so, I feel that you've, in recent times, you've been spending much time by yourself. Maybe you've needed that time to recharge and heal, or, you know, just bring some balance back into your life. You know, I'm feeling that you're moving out of that energy, though, with the Hermit in reverse. Very much, you know, coming out of your shell, poking your head up and seeing what's about around you, and stepping more into that playful, more playful energy, more outward-facing energy, more externally focused energy. Then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the Ten of Swords in the reverse, you know, can indicate that there's been a very long journey. It's the Ten of Swords, so you've been on quite the long journey, right, to get to the Ten of Swords. There could have been some, you know, conflict. There could have been some angst around you of late, but I feel that that situation is leaving you at this time, and you're moving into a much more peaceful, more contented time is the word that's coming towards me, coming to me at this time, and what you're moving towards, a more contented time. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, when it's upright, can talk about, you know, depression, anxiety, you know, sort of that emotional breakdown type energy that we have. And I really do not like this card. I don't even want to hold it. So this particular card, though, in reverse, is, it's actually upright. Sorry, no, it's not. It's in reverse. Sorry. I don't use these cards that much, so it's a little bit confusing. But it is in reverse. So there has been a period where there has been possibly some, you know, depression, anxiety, despair, you know, some form of disintegration of something which has caused you anxiety and angst around something. But again, I feel that you're moving out of that Swords energy, right? I feel you're moving into a much more centered, much more contented, much more peaceful energy, and those troubling thoughts, because quite often swords are the thoughts we hold about things, right? But not necessarily always, but those thoughts that we've had which have kept you trapped in that more heavier type energy is lifting, right? It's lifting, and I feel that you're moving much more into a more contented time period for you. Now we also have the Crow. The Crow is, you know, for me, it is the symbol of spirituality. It's the, you know, it's being in flow, being in touch with spirit. It's, you know, being open to and receiving the messages that come through. Now the downside of this Crow is that sometimes we can get caught up in the spirituality side of things, and we forget that we're human too, right? And we have human needs, human things that we have to do, right? So just be mindful that you also, you know, keep that in harmony with your everyday life, right? We really do have to find that harmony between living a spiritual life and living a physical life, right? Living a human life, because we're humans. So just keep that in mind, that I do feel that your energies are changing. You know, you're coming, you know, you may have been in your hermit mode because of these, you know, swords energies that have been around you for this time, and now they're starting to dissipate, they're starting to ease, they're starting to let go, and now you're able to come out of your hermit mode. And I do feel that spirituality will play a very key figure, or a key element of your next, you know, few weeks around this new moon in Sagittarius. So, you know, just be careful though that you don't go to the other end of the scale and it all be about spirituality and not looking after your physical needs as well. I'm going to read from the guidebook for this particular card because I haven't had this very long, and I'm very much still learning. So the castle, the palace, the penthouse, the fortress. It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders and lavish adornments, yet the walls are thick, cold and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or position that projects an image of achievement while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls within us its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel towards, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. When in light, visiting your throne of power. When in darkness, stuckness, depression, spells, walls. Go deeper. Rachel White reads House. Pieter Bruegel's The Tower of Babel. Notice how castles are designed to keep things out. They defend, they separate. It's likely there is a connection and community beyond its walls that will revitalise you. And I feel very much that this is the castle energy, right? This restriction, you know, it can be protection. We can look at it like that, but it feels restrictive to me. And this card is, you know, asking you to come out of your hermit mode and step in and out into the world beyond your initial surroundings, right? So that's very good advice from the Wild Unknown Archetypes. Your magic oracle is One Enchanted Evening, the Perfect Night. So this says to me that on the night of the new moon, this is going to be a perfect night for you, however you wish to spend that, whether it is in ritual, in company, or by yourself. Although I do feel you're stepping out, right? So possibly not by yourself, but you may be. Again, this is a general reading. We're all on different journeys. We all have different experiences and situations. So take how this resonates for you and let the rest go. But the perfect night coming your way. Very nice. Now the charms that you got the tiger. I'm going to say that's a tiger. Could be a lion, but we'll say tiger. And the dog. So first of all, the dog, it's all about loyalty, it's all about faithfulness, it's all about, you know, listening to your own inner voice and following what it's telling you to do, right? The dog does exactly what a dog needs to do. If it's tired, it lies down and goes to sleep. If it's thirsty, it goes and gets water. You know, there's no second guessing or will I, won't I, will I, won't I. It just does what it wants to do. It's also very loyal, it's also very faithful, and it's also very loving. So they're attributes of the dog as well. Then we have the tiger or the lion. You know, this is all about being in your strength. It's all about you know, using your power, being in your power and using it wisely, standing strong in who you are, using your voice as well, right? When I think of the lion or the tiger, I feel of them roaring, right? And knowing and feeling that vibration in my chest when I imagine that roar coming out, right? So very much using your voice as well. Speaking your truth. Lovely reading. I think this, you're definitely moving on from this swords energy which we've got here. I feel that it's very positive, very upfilled. I feel your energy is really rising, group number 3, very much so. Lovely reading for you for this new moon in Sagittarius. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you think this would be beneficial to someone else, please share. I really appreciate that. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this is resonating for you. I would love to hear from you. And lastly, if you wish to subscribe, hit that subscription button down below and the bell notification so you will be notified when I upload my videos. Take care, my lovely group number 3s, and I shall see you in the next reading. Welcome, group number 4 for your reading, those who chose pile number 4 or this rose quartz. What's going on for our lovely group number 4's Daughter of Cups? 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, the Swan, and Thanatos. Okay. First of all, we have the Daughter of Cups. So the Daughter of Cups is equal to the Page, right? The Page of Cups, which is being creative. It can also talk about, inspiration. It can talk about, being in tune and in flow with your muse, with the energy around you, right? The Daughter of Cups, she's a little duck, right? So she's gliding through the water, and being very graceful is the word that comes to mind, right? Graceful, and serene is another word that comes to mind when I'm looking at this card, right? And she looks that way, but I know underneath she's pedaling for all the worth, right? So lots of action happening underneath. But your outer view of life, it feels very graceful, very serene, moving forwards. Very much balanced energies is what I'm feeling. You're not quite the Queen or King of Cups here, right? You're not quite there, but very much a balanced energy of you moving forward. Then we have the Six of Swords. Now the Six of Swords, you're moving away from something, right? You're getting past this restriction, past this anxiety, concern, conflict, whatever this situation was for you, your Six of Swords. And please take this how it resonates for you. This is a general reading. We're all on different journeys, have different experiences and situations. So take how this resonates for you. But I feel that you're moving past whatever this conflict was, whatever this unrest, whatever this turbulent emotions were for you. This new moon in Sagittarius, I see you moving past that and towards your rainbow, right? You're very much moving through those troubled waters into more stiller waters is the feeling that I'm getting. And then we have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands to me is all about action. It's all about activity. It's about, putting your preparations in place, putting your plans in place, making sure that you've got all your resources lined up, making sure if you need assistance that you're asking for it so you can receive it. This is very much an action-orientated energy. This to me is also, right, if I look at this is you gliding along in your little world. You've come upon some troubling waters, and now you're sailing through this portal into more calmer waters, right? That's those three cards together. I feel that's the energy of what's happening for you, right? You've been through some trying times of late, some troubling thoughts or anxiety or angst or a conflict, however that resonates for you. But I feel that you're moving forward through this portal into much more peaceful times. Then we have the Swan, and the Swan to me is the epitome of beauty, right? It's the epitome of gracefulness. It's the epitome of strength, but strength and fluidity, right? That just gliding through the water. I don't even imagine their little feet going, crazy under the water like I do with a duck, right? But I expect that they do, but you do not get any evidence of that. So very much moving towards much more calmer waters, much more I feel the energy of beauty, of gracefulness, of ease around you with this particular energy. I'm going to read from the guidebook for Thanatos. And these are called the initiations. So Thanatos represents death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as a transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot easily be assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the end of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wing, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. When in light, grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When in dark, fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, and the dying. Go deeper. The Mower by Philip Larkin. Facing Thanatos or death leads us to aletheia, truth. How very, very true. And you know, death is an ever-present part of our life, whether it is death of a situation, death of a phase, death of a person, death of a pet, an animal. It is a part of life. Endings are always occurring, right? There's three things you can always count on. One is birth, one is change, constant change, and one is death. So, having an ending of a cycle or an ending of a situation for you, and I feel this is what this is, right? I feel that you're moving from whatever this is, you're moving through, and as I said, into this new portal, right? Moving into the new situation, so the death of the old, right? And moving into this swan-like energy, this, mature, graceful, very present, grounded energy is what I'm feeling, very much so with the swan. Then we have your magical oracle is fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Go leave a little gift for the fairies in your garden tonight would be my suggestion for you. Or call upon them during, if you need assistance. We have the deer and we have the lock. So the lock signifies to me that there is something, yet there is something that you're looking for, the key to unlock this door, unlock this lock, sorry. You haven't yet found it, but I think that you will very, very soon. That lock could be, this is what, you're finding the key here, and then this is signifying this move through to this new way of being that I feel is coming for you, group number 4. We then have the deer. Now the deer for me signifies spirituality, right? I'm very much earth-centered, spirituality based, and the deer is my symbol of animal totem, right, of spirituality, one of gracefulness. Again, the same attributes that a swan has, gracefulness, but power as well, right? Very powerful animal. Very spiritually based, very ethereal type animal is what I get. So very much standing in your own power, opening yourself up to the spirit, to your spiritual guides, messengers, spiritual caretakers that are there to look after you and guide you. I think that is, a call to you to ask for and receive their help, assistance, support. Could also be ancestral as well, right? Because, that's all part of my spiritual team as well. So very much, very, very powerful, but gentle. So powerful in that you're moving forwards in a very different way, but also gentle. I don't feel that this change for you is a harsh one, right? I feel it's very fluid, very flowing, very graceful, very calm energy around you for this new moon in Sagittarius. A lovely, lovely reading, group number 4. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you think this would be a benefit to somebody, then please share that with them. I'd really appreciate that. Leave me a comment. Let me know how these energies are resonating for you. I'd love to hear it. And lastly, if you wish to subscribe, hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so that you know when I'm uploading my videos. Take care, my lovely group number 4s, and I shall see you in the next video.